What's up, y'all? We back with another episode. Solo episode.
What's the deal? How y'all feeling today?
How you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling real good. Before we get into this episode was brought to you by Motu VJ. This is the Eye Candy wine. Make sure y'all go shop with them. They are black owned. We will put in the description box where you're able to get the wine from. What's going on with your mental health?
No, my mental health is pretty good. I have been a little more honest with myself more these days, so I'm getting better and better. How about your mental health?
My mental health is in a good space. It's in a good space. I feel like I'm learning to balance my work life and my personal life. Like, I just had one life at one point, like these past couple of weeks, to where it was just like work. I wasn't really taking time out to be by myself, like actually function without looking at my phone or doing something work related.
Girl, it's so hard to separate your personal life from your business life when you are an entrepreneur, because you working around the clock. Like, you don't even really, it's no punch in, punch out. Like, you literally, when you pick up your phone, I guarantee you, it's probably me texting you, or it's you texting me, so.
I stopped picking the phone up, though, at some point. Like you gotta have that time by yourself. Like,
yeah, I tried.
Because I drove myself crazy until, like, I'm like, okay, something gotta give here. Like, it's gonna get done. That's the end of,
So the last vlog that we did for our 2-year anniversary, we were celebrating 3,500 subscribers. We are now at 4,000. Like, the love is unmatched. Like, I don't know where it come from, because like people always talk about how your support comes from strangers, and because I know for sure I don't know 4,000 people. So So shout out to all the subscribers. Thank you for subscribing to our channel. We got more content coming for y'all.
We love y'all.
Yeah. And we've been getting, like, our last episode for Shayla, like, the comments was rolling. They said that we opened up. We was talking about femininity. We was talking about just being a woman. So,
No, you opened up because the way you, put yourself out there is, you just such a thug.
Girl.
Like, nothing bothers you. Nothing bothers you. I mean, when you have a bad day, you will make it known you having a bad day. But, outside of that, that's just who you are. It's nothing wrong with you. I'm just Daisy. Nice to meet you.
That pretty much. But, I also realize, when I'm talking to somebody who I can relate to, it's easier because you don't feel so alone. Like, I don't talk about what I go through because it's not the average everyday drama. Like, it's some deep shit that be going on in my life. And I just feel the need, sometimes, I know talking about it do make me feel better, but everybody don't understand. So I'd rather not have the conversation sometimes.
You gotta let it out some way. Whether it's with a specific friend, a specific person, holding on to what you're going through, at one point you're gonna lose it. If you just keep holding it.
I told you I cry. That's when
I let it out. Yourself.
Okay, I let it out though. What?
I can't be mad at how it would work for you.
I definitely let it out. Some days I had days where oh my God. So me and my son had got into it, and I was from that morning argument, it really started the tone of my day. That post that been saying, set the tone for your day, make sure it's positive, you pray. It's so serious. I got into it with my son at 7:30 in the morning. And we never argue. I'm talking about, we into it. Like that was my friend. This is my 8-year-old son. We was really into it. So I was crying.
He's not problematic, though.
He's not. And he said some hurtful stuff. So that day, that started my day, and I'm talking about for the whole day, it was just raining. Literally, I was crying every time. But it was when it was time for me to say if I had to walk in here, you wouldn't have knew I was crying because I cried in the car. But when I got back in the car, oh my God, I was boo-hoo crying. But when I got out, I was cool. You would never even know. So,
are y'all gonna have more conversations now?
Yes.
Is he at the age now?
he's at that age where, yes, we need to talk about your problems because, yeah, no, we can't be having you lashing out.
Yeah.
I can't have it.
I remember even till this day, like my mom be so big on how was your day. Like when she would pick us up from school, that was no. We would get in the car, it was no music on. How was your day? Like, and if we would have been like good, no. How was your day?
Explain.
What did you do
I need
today?
to know.
Yeah.
You got to go in depth. Like what was good about it? Because at this point, now I need to know, and it really has something to do with his school too. So I'm just like, yeah, we gotta talk about this all the time now. Cause Then he had the nerve to tell me he didn't want to talk about it. I said, "Oh, baby, I don't care what you want to talk about. We're gonna talk about it. Like you're not about to be bottling nothing in.
Mm-hmm.
Not at that young age.
Yeah.
But okay. So today I really pretty much wanted to talk about. I reached out to our audience and they commented back like what they wanted to talk about. So that's a few different things. I'm gonna start with the first one. Somebody wrote me. I'm like, what do y'all want to see us talk about on Real Talk? And he said, good men not getting recognition.
I seen that.
How you feel about that?
I feel like they underdogs. Good men be like underdogs. Like society make people think it's not good men out here.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my personal opinion. And it's good men out here. A lot of them not even on social media though. So let's start there.
Oh Lord. But my thing is, he said he wanted us to talk about good men not getting recognition. And my point was, you're supposed to be a good man. What do you need to be recognized for? Or what recognition do you need for doing something that you're supposed to do? Like,
reassurance. I feel like in that instance, reassurance.
Okay, that's cool. But are y'all reassuring the good women? Because who the hell are y'all? That was my point of view. I just didn't understand. Like, I'm not asking for recognition for doing something that I am supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be a good person. The recognition is the karma that you get back. Because whether you're a bad person or a good person, you're going to get that karma. So I was just like, you want to be applauded. That's like a fish wanting to be applauded for swimming. It just blew my mind. I'm just like,
that's what I'm saying. She's a thug. He wanted like some soft, feminine feedback.
Okay.
Baby, you are a good man. Baby,
First of all, I don't even know if you are a good man.
I think he was saying overall.
Oh.
Not necessarily, unless he had wanted to talk to you on one-on-one. But like overall, I feel like you should pour into the man
good
that pours.
man.
Yeah. I feel like they deserve to be poured into. Like,
I feel like that too. And then in the same sense, I feel like do what you're supposed to do. Like, I mean, you want a trophy? I do. Actually, I do want a trophy for being a good mom because I'm more than a good mom and a good woman and a good wife.
Wife.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I ain't want to say that part. So
you have been a good wife.
Let's say that I was a good wife. Yeah, I was a great wife actually.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I feel like that's like it. Reassurance and confirmation like keeps us going. Like, yes, I know that I'm a good person, but it don't hurt for somebody to remind me.
That's true. All right, well, that was that one. Okay, I hope if you are a good man, I hope somebody gives you the recognition for being a great man.
You deserve it.
You deserve it, King. Somebody else wrote us and said the importance of building from the ground up, understanding sacrifices.
That's a good one.
We built our podcast from the ground up. We've been working on it for 2 years, and what we've learned, I don't think it could have been taught without us doing it ourselves.
Podcasting is research, more research. Like, that's kind of the number one thing with podcasting on top of personal experiences. Like, I think, and building it, we ain't had no plan coming in it. Like, I wouldn't say we wasn't serious, but I mean, it was just something was like, all right, let's do it. Like, and we did it. And I've listened to podcasts prior to starting a podcast, so I was familiar with podcasts and thought I knew what they was doing, but it wasn't until we got in them seats that's when we started seeing like, okay, no, you got to do this, you got to do that. Like, it's been a long, hard 2 years. Like,
But even on top of, we had a lot of good times. But even on top of the research, I feel like podcasting is more so networking.
Yep.
Like, it's never too much networking. Like, it's a conversation with somebody can literally change your whole way of thinking, or what you thought you was doing right. Like, you like, hold on, maybe I should try it like this. And just like meeting so many different people. I love that about podcasting.
Mm-hmm.
Like, cause sometimes you never know what somebody been through until you have a conversation with them. So I feel like that's the main key in podcasting.
And if you do want to start a podcast, or you just started a podcast, connect with other podcasts. Y'all can teach each other a thing or two. Like, it's never no two podcasts the same. Like, it's literally walking down the bread aisle when it comes to podcasting to me. You got the Wonder Bread, Sara Lee, like, I don't know the rest of the brands, but you get where I'm going with that. Like,
yeah.
Definitely.
Do you think the world rushes you? Like, to be married, to have a certain status, to have kids?
Do the world rush me? No. But can I see it rushing me? Yes. It don't rush me because I got a mind of my own. I believe that when it's my turn to have something, it's gonna come. But the world will rush you. They do got age limits on things. Oh, you're 30. Like, when are you having a baby? Like, what if I'm not ready to have a baby at 30?
I feel like, shit, we rush ourselves in kindergarten when we playing, by 25, I'm going to be a millionaire. By 26, I'm going to be married with 3 kids and a dog and this job and all this. And it's just like,
if I would have went along with my life I wrote out for myself in 5th grade, oh, baby, I would be rich, not living in Detroit, 6 kids, big family, living in a mansion off the beach. What?
All that.
I would have went my life as a 5th grader, please. But life has experiences, and I don't think we realized that in the 5th grade. Like,
well, girl,
life didn't life for me until after I got out of high school.
I was kind of during high school, but
yeah, because you was hard head.
Hey, what you say? Life got lessons in it. You live and you learn.
My girl Daisy was Daisy.
Oh yeah. What keeps you connected to people you know are not good for the better you?
Well, lately I've been cutting everybody off. So
hello.
What kept me connected was like being comfortable with a specific person. I felt like I know you, like, and I started to be like, oh, that's just how they are. Then I realized, no, that's not. If you don't want to change and elevate with me, then you can't be around me.
I think, go back to that Courtney Bell episode, trauma bonding. Like, I held on to so many people, relationship-wise, friendship-wise, like, just because we were connected through trauma. It don't make no sense. Like, now that I actually, like, use my head and not my heart, like, it's easy to cut somebody off. Like, I literally just got a new number. I don't think twice about it. Like, oh, people I had trauma bonding with write me on the internet. You got a new number? Yes.
And what's like trauma bonding to you?
Just not even not willing to grow for real. Like, stunting your growth is trauma. So doing the same things that I was doing 5 years ago with you at this day and age, when knowing I shouldn't even be doing this, trauma. Like,
okay, another one was for me was afraid of the unknown. Like, what would happen if I cut this person off? Like, I think I was afraid of the unknown for so long, but now I'm not afraid. I'm welcoming whatever God got for me. Like, whatever He got, send it my way. Like, I literally be praying for that. Like, please don't send nobody my way that you didn't send.
Nah, for real. But being afraid of the unknown is like, that take you back to being comfortable. Like, I'm comfortable with you. I know I can call you. Like, I got friends that I don't do nothing but go out to eat with. Like, I'm about to stop calling you, bro. I gotta go out to eat probably. But yeah, being comfortable. So now I'm to the point where it's like, I want to be a little uncomfortable so I could be better.
A lot uncomfortable. When you uncomfortable, you gonna grow.
Yeah.
Because you're not used to it.
I said a little uncomfortable because I just think I can grow.
You want to creep it?
Yeah, I'm creeping. Like, yeah, sometimes being too uncomfortable, baby.
I done been uncomfortable before. Like, I'm talking like everything wasn't normal to me. Like, it wasn't my normal everyday life. And I was just waking up every day, like, forced to, it wasn't peace in the house I was living in. So I was uncomfortable. So, like, that's what made me continue to go to work and move. You know what I mean? Like, I say super uncomfortable for me when I'm ready to go.
All right. Somebody did write me and they talked about, they wanted us to talk about being uncomfortable. So we kind of touched on that.
Name a time you was in an uncomfortable situation that it forced you to grow.
Well, when my, I don't even know what to call them because we're going through something right now. So I'll just say my youngest son's father. When he was taken away, like, out of nowhere, I'm talking about we buying houses, we buying buildings, we setting up ourselves for longevity, like for residual income. We got all these plans, we gonna do this, we gonna do that. And then out of nowhere, he was taken to jail. So I feel like that was the most, I want to say that was the most life-changing experience for me that time because we were actually building like together. We were a unit. Like we wasn't just baby mama and baby daddy like I was with my first son and father, but with him we were a unit. Like what's his is mine, what's mine is his. So, but he was the head of the household. Like I was a stay-at-home, well, not really stay-at-home. I was outside, but I was being taken care of. Like me and my kids were well taken care of by him. So them just coming and taking him away from the family was like, hey, now it's your turn, Daisy. Like you got to do all this. You got to do what you was doing and what he was doing to continue to live the life that you want to live. Like, so that's when I started working the job. I started working on my houses by myself. I started working on a building, and I'm still paying mortgage at a building that I'm not making no money off of. I'm paying mortgage. I'm paying bills there. Like, on top of the bills that I have at my house, like it was just a lot. Like that was the most uncomfortable I've been. And then I didn't even have nobody to confide in because he was away. So not only physically am I not the same financially, mentally, it was all a big change. So, that was the time I was real uncomfortable. Like, I don't think I've ever been more uncomfortable, to be honest. Yeah, that was some uncomfortability. I can't even say the word. Uncomfortability. I still don't even know if I said it right, but yeah, I get what I'm saying.
That would be.
When was the time you were uncomfortable?
A lot. This one particular time, I had to move back home. This was like over 5 years ago, and I was used to like living by myself, like no noise, doing me, like just being a single
with no kids.
Yeah. So going back home made me super uncomfortable. Like, and I wasn't there for long, but those months I used to cry in the car before I would go in the house.
I used to go back home before. When I moved back from Arizona,
that was a quick process.
It don't matter. It was uncomfortable. It was uncomfortable.
I want to say it was 2 weeks. You weren't there long.
It was probably like a month or two, but still, I had to go back home, and I had been on my own for over 10 years. Was probably like, well, probably not 10 years, but I was at years on my own. Like, so I had to go back home, and
it was real uncomfortable for me. Like, and I'm a structured person, so I do routine things. So like, if the household is up and I'm not ready to be up, like now I'm up by force. Like it was just, I would literally just leave the house, like, because I was just uncomfortable.
Man, yeah, I'm glad I'm out of that, babe.
Yeah, thank the Lord. I never had to go back.
Amen.
Yeah, I was real uncomfortable.
What's something people misunderstand about you?
Can you go first?
I'll go first. I'll go first. I feel like something that people don't understand about me. I don't even think it's just me. I think people just feel like you can't change your mind or you can't have a different opinion about something after you said this about it. Like, okay, yes, I may have felt like this yesterday, but today is a different day and I feel a different way about it. Like, and I got the right to change my mind. Like boom. Okay, say I was working my job. I was just working a job. Here's an example. I was just working a 9 to 5. And I was saying like, oh, I'm gonna do, I don't know if I said 6 months at first when I started. I'm like, I'm gonna work this long, da, da, da. And then when I told somebody I quit, they was like, oh, you said you would go, okay, I changed my mind. Like,
but that person was holding you accountable to what you said.
I changed my mind. That's what I'm saying.
I feel like that person didn't have bad intentions. That was holding you accountable. Your word is bond.
But if I'm trying something, that's my word. Is not
You
mine.
need to, you know how you be. Like, you probably should be like, I'm going to try to work this for 6 months.
Exactly. And I'm almost positive I said try. Because everybody know I'm not like no working a job type of person. So I'm almost positive I said like, oh yeah, I'm going to try and do this. I probably didn't say try and do that. I probably had my mind set on doing the 6 months. But baby, you took.
So you feel like you misunderstood when you say something and then you change your mind?
Yeah, I feel like I misunderstood when that happened. And I just feel like,
I don't know. I feel like maybe it's how you would say. If you said I might or I'm going to try, then that's one thing. But if you said I'm going to work this 6 months, whoever said that about or said that to you, they was just holding you accountable. Accountability is hard.
no, accountability is hard.
Because that's something, if I say, like, I'm going to read 3 chapters in a book today, and I tell somebody, I actually told somebody that. And he was like, did you read your book today? And I'm like, no. He's like, why not? That's what you said you was going to do.
Yeah, I changed my mind though. So.
You'll get there.
You can't hold me accountable for something that I feel like not working. Like, why would you want to hold me accountable for something that's not working for me?
Because accountability on me, it worked. It was just something you said you was going to do.
Right.
So, yeah.
So I changed my mind because it didn't make sense. So, I mean, I don't know if you want me to be accountable for doing something that doesn't make sense to me at that moment.
I don't know. But, I don't...
What's up that people misunderstand about you?
I don't know. I don't know.
Being structured.
Being structured is a good thing.
I said what something people don't understand that because they don't have structure. Like
Yeah, yep, that's a good one. That's a good example. People don't understand because they not structured.
Yeah.
Or they not as structured as me. Like, and I move off routine. Like, I can't live in chaos. It's not possible for me. If I just wake up willy-nilly with no schedule or not knowing what I'm doing, I drive myself crazy. That's a good one.
Yeah, that should have came off the top of your head.
No, because maybe, I don't know, I was trying to think of I was trying to think of something like not so businessy.
I mean, but that's your personal life too.
I guess.
You were structured before you had a business.
I blame my papa.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Somebody had wrote us on our page and said they wanted us to talk about 50-50 relationships lasting longer than 70-30. But like, who in a relationship with somebody that's 70-30? I'm like, baby, you just might be in the wrong relationship, but you want to touch on that?
I feel like relationships work for what works for them.
I don't think they was talking about bills.
Oh, talking about being with somebody?
Yeah, they were saying 50-50 relationships 50-50 relationships last longer than 70-30.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he didn't, or she, or he didn't specify whether they were talking about bills. They just said 50-50.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes in a relationship, it do be that sometimes. Like, y'all might have that season where, no, not bills. It's like, you might say if I'm depressed and you not, I might give less because I'm depressed or something like that. So I guess it depends on how long that's going on.
Right. Yeah.
Because I don't think you're going to get 50-50 from somebody every day.
Well, I don't know either. But do you think 50-50 relationships last longer?
None of my relationships lasted, so I don't have an answer.
Oh, man. Well, shit, mine ain't either. At this point, I mean, like, so, hey, we are not professionals at anything but our own lives, okay? We put that out there.
Now, my ideal relationship, it gotta make sense. Like, we gotta be on one accord.
I feel like both partners should be given 100 and 100. Like, it shouldn't be no. I don't know what they mean by 50-50 now that I think about it, because you can't give me half. Like, and even in our
give me
business
all of
relationship,
me.
yeah, like, no, give me everything, or like, I don't know. Now I'm confused. Now I don't know if I'm confusing myself.
I don't know what that's funny, because clearly I don't have the right answer to that.
So matter of fact, you might have to come back and tell us why 50-50 relationships work or last longer than 70-30, because I don't know, that's kind of confusing. But maybe we are talking about bills.
She wanted to get on bills so bad.
The 70-30 don't sound bad as long as the 70 is the man and the 30 is the woman. So I'm gonna just throw that out there.
I feel like in my situation, well, in the future, it's whatever works for us. What if, like, he get laid off of work or something? I don't know.
Yeah, and then I feel that. But I also feel like, yeah, ain't nothing against that.
I'm not gonna be like, well, you lost your job.
Peace out.
No.
I don't know. Mike's like, no, I'm just saying. But no, I don't, like you said, you got to do what works for you. But I do feel like a 70-30 split is fine. Like, and even though some men don't want the woman to pay anything, hey, I want a man like that. 70-30, I feel like it's cool. 50-50, that's steep. If that's what you was referring to, 50-50, that's steep. Because I might as well have a roommate. Like, you're not my man. You can't lead.
You know, I was about to call you by your government name.
The man is supposed to lead.
Right, but what if something happened and he can't?
Yeah, but he said...
You mean coming into the relationship?
Yes, okay.
I mean
coming into the relationship.
Yeah, you shouldn't be trying to be in a relationship if you ain't got...
If you're trying to go 50-50, because that's just a roommate.
No, if you don't got yourself together is what I'm saying.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I'm saying, if you come in... Oops.
He said it before.
They want us to eat. She ready to be drank today. But yeah, if you're trying to come in a relationship and you're trying to do 50-50, focus on yourself, King. Focus on yourself. Okay. What is life teaching you right now?
To have balance. To balance my work life and my personal life.
You said balance your work life and your personal life.
Yep. And like make time for me. Like this year I got carried away with work. Like work. And I'm still on that, but I still need to take time to myself, because then my mental be affected. Like I'm not sleeping, getting a proper amount of sleep. I'm just driving myself crazy. So that's what life is teaching me right now. And to be patient in the waiting season. Shantia, she talked about being pregnant and being in the delivery room. Mm-hmm. Like I'm learning that message at church before. I'm learning that right now. So like just being patient also while putting in the work.
Right now, life is teaching me to network. It is teaching me to work harder. It's teaching me to be thankful. Be thankful for the struggle. Like, everybody got a different struggle. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but you gotta be thankful for your own struggle. Like, and keep going. Don't quit. Like, because if you quit, you gonna be further than you was when you were going. Like, you gonna be further than the goal.
Yeah, so. The pressure only get harder though. Like, it's the further you get, like the pressure be more is more overwhelming. Especially like building a team. Like that's another thing life is teaching me. We thought we built a team, but it's still now time to expand it. Like we can't do everything.
Thanks. But your team gotta be willing to sacrifice. They gotta be willing to grind. They gotta hold each other accountable. They gotta be able to have uncomfortable conversations. They gotta be able to communicate. They gotta be ready to work. Like your team can't just be full of anybody. It gotta be like it gotta be some type of passion in it. Like
No, it has to have passion in it.
it gotta
sure.
have passion in it for sure.
You gotta be able to take constructive criticism.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta know you don't know everything.
Never stop learning.
Be teachable.
Yep.
And separate business from pleasure, I would say, for friendships.
Okay. Kind of hard to do, but yeah.
You think?
I mean, not really. Sometimes. Yes, it is sometimes. Like, because, girl, yes, I just had an attitude with you in the business world. Now you want me to go out with you?
We out for personal reasons.
Like,
Why
this
not?
is crazy. You are the same person I was just arguing with 5 minutes ago. Now I got to go out and have a drink and not talk about the business side. It's crazy. Like, I don't know. Hey, we
I
be
be
doing
feeling
it,
like
though.
I said what I said. And
We be doing
we
it,
gonna
though,
sit here and keep
girl.
talking about what we said.
No,
Like,
for real. So, y'all, it just seemed like lately we just been getting a lot of more comments on our stuff, like more feedback on the YouTube, on the
I'm
Instagram.
trying to get Daisy to respond back to the YouTube comments because they be deep.
Girl, can you comment back to
I've
me?
been commenting
And
back.
I be commenting back on Instagram. Like, can we?
He was talking specific. Daisy got a real nice message. I looked
She,
at it,
you
she
know,
liked it.
you know, she want me to. Oh, thank you for your time, and it was a really nice. Thank you. I really appreciate you for.
But that was
commenting
some
and watching.
feedback we got back from the producer. He said, make sure y'all connect with y'all fans. And that person that said it, he been writing.
He
every
right.
week.
He do right on our post. That's all I
Yeah.
said. Like, so I feel it.
Because, I mean, people will watch it, but for you go that extra mile to comment.
The comment you say
Yeah.
we gotta respond back.
Yeah.
We gotta respond back to the comments.
And it
All
was
right,
nice.
we interacting in the comments this
It
year.
was nice. He was one of them people that didn't know you went through what you went through.
Yeah,
So that's a good.
people. A lot
That's
of
a good
people
thing.
don't know.
You don't look like what you go through.
Amen. Bless you. Bless you. Bless me. Yeah. I don't know when I'm gonna be like just open to talk about everything, but it just be like I still be going through it. It's too touchy to talk about. And I know probably other people will be going through it and want to hear me talk about it. But let's talk about it
That might
together.
be the day you go viral.
Y'all gotta bring it, like, it's so crazy because people will write me in my DM and I just be like, I don't even know what to say back. Like, what? That's crazy. I'm sorry to hear that. Like, I'm going through that too, but talking about it out loud, it's just like.
You want to know what I use as like when I feel like I want to talk about something or that something could be talked about? When I be on TikTok, when I be on the For You page, people be on there raw and mental breakdown, just saying what's going
TikTok,
on,
right.
like. And it just be like, dang, you had the strength to record yourself and talk about it. And it's like, I understand it because I went through this too. Like, some of the things, but my For You page kind of been on one topic. I don't know what that's about, but.
Yeah. I don't know why I can't be on TikTok. I don't know.
You hit 1 million views, why not?
I was on a spicy little video. I was being.
Maybe that's how they like to see it.
It was funny. Yeah, it was so funny. I don't know. I'm saying like on TikTok, like my For You page,
Okay.
It's always like the dancing, like, I don't know.
No, I be on there learning stuff, listening to like therapists, like relationship life coaches, like
Yeah,
whatever
that's
my
your
mind,
cup-
whatever my mind want to hear at the moment. But
That is your cup of tea.
I even listen to people's story time.
Some of them story times be real crazy. I'm not gonna lie. TikTok, you never know what you gonna get out of a story time on TikTok because they be in a whole different type of bag.
I was watching something last night and I was invested in it. She had probably like 7 parts. her mom killed her. It's not her father. She was married. Killed her husband for like the life insurance policy, but they hadn't been married long enough for like all of this to kick in. So she really screwed herself over and didn't get the money. She went to jail anyways, but she didn't get the money anyway. And the daughter talk about her like really killing the man like with ill intentions, like. And she talk about like this was probably like 7 years ago. Mom still is in prison, but she talk about like how she forgave her and she was wrong, and you know that wasn't a good thing to do, and she hoped that you know somebody could hear this story and it don't affect, you know, that.
Like I said, you never know what you're gonna get out of a TikTok bag because, baby, I done seen people be on there talking about how the last story time that I seen was a potty one. And it was a man, and he was on there talking about, yeah, you know, I'm just over the cheating. So I just got both my baby mamas so we can all be together. And I was just like
Intrigued.
like, okay, well, it worked for them. That was the last story time I seen from them. No, it was a story time on TikTok of this lady. This was recently. It reached Twitter. And she was talking about her daughter is I forgot what it was. Like she kind of had, I don't know if it was Down syndrome, but she was able to communicate about what was going on. She was like, this man raped her, right? But then she would take it back and be like, nah, he didn't do that. So the mama on TikTok like, well, I don't know what to believe. I don't know. You know, she was like, she was real detailed, and the daughter is talking through the camera. She like 16. And the mama is justifying that, you know, well, maybe she just want to have sex. And I'm just like, with her uncle, though? Like, I don't know. It was like her uncle or the dad or something. I'm just like, she like, well, yeah, she maybe have this, whatever the syndrome was. Like, she may have this, but she's still 16 and want to do regular things like have sex. And I'm just like, okay, this is weird. I don't know how that ended. You know, people...
No, I don't. Algorithm always take me back to where I left off. It don't make no sense how it take me right back.
Mine be different. It be everywhere, and I was just like, "That's crazy." Like, I don't know. I don't know.
Before we leave today, I did want to talk about May 1st is tomorrow. So this will come out maybe like the second week of May. What are 3 top goals that you got for May? Personal goals and business goals.
I would say live show.
Speaking into existence.
Live show. An out of town collab. Out of town guest collab. And I'm gonna say the third one is gonna be personal. That one will be to reach my financial goal for the store. I guess that's still business. I don't have no personal goals.
3 goals for me. One is this one is business. Present Patreon to y'all. We got a Patreon. We just gotta start posting on there. So that's a business goal for the month of May. Another business goal is to get the guest that's on the list. We got a list. At least get one guest off the list. Then my third one is a personal one, and that's to live life more. I be stuck on like business so much.
I love that last one for you. I love that.
I don't really be living my life for real, so I'm in a different season all day where I'm ready to live my life.
Different season?
Yeah, so
yes.
I'm ready to live my life.
Okay.
You know, travel.
Amen. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. More real talk, vacations.
Yeah, we going on one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited for you to start living your life. It's a blessing. Love to see it. Love to see it, my girl.
If y'all want to see more episodes, it's just Adoring Daisy. Let us know.
Comment below.
Yeah, and before we leave, make sure y'all go get y'all some eye candy by Motu BJ. It's the wine is good, Sometimes we drink on episodes, the wine or the champagne, but it's good. We didn't drink today.
Yep, we got a little work to do later, so
Yeah.
y'all know where to find us on all platforms. RT Adore the letter N Daisy.
That's TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Make sure y'all comment, like, and subscribe.
We gonna be commenting back.
And make sure y'all have a good week. Until next time.